Hey, how's it going? I'm Lynx, and today we'll be taking a look to see if one of the two holy relics you saw in the beginning are worth getting for the purpose of PVE content. So, specifically PVE content. And if you look to see what the two holy relics were, you might know that one of them is for the base Arthur here. So, let's have a look at the holy relic. So basically it applies a debuff to the enemies at the start of the turn, which reduces their defense related stats by 20%. On its own, it's not the greatest. But I mean, the applications, the uses for it can make it stand out. So for example, if you combine it with the holy relic for Shin, which increases the hero's damage dealt by 50% when attacking debuffed enemies, you can pretty much see that the potential of it, or the use case for it. I mean, if you don't have, for example, Kyo here, which his passive applies to ignite effects, this Arthur with the holy relic could be worth it. If you have Kyo, the difference isn't too big. Kyo applies 2 ignites to all enemies, and if you have this holy relic, it applies 2 additional ones, so that's either 20% or 40% increased damage to all enemies. This green Arthur here, he basically increases your damage dealt to enemies by 35%, and then with the holy relic, he decreases their defense related stats, which are, let's have a look here. Oh, yeah, so it's these stats here. So either defense, or not either, all of these are reduced by 20%. So defense resistance, crit resistance, and crit defense. So you'll be critting more, you'll be doing more damage. That's pretty much it. So, I mean, for this team, either Kyo or Arthur work. So is Arthur's holy relic really worth it? Maybe, if you don't have Kyo. For PvE content, then yeah. As you know, holy relics are quite costly, so probably wouldn't recommend it if you have Kyo, even though it's fun and there's some nice teams for PvP. But for PvE, gold farming, auto farming dungeons, it's not really worth it. Shin's holy relic, however, it's really nice. It's basically gonna make him such a broken unit for the gold farming dungeons. And yeah, I'll go over some, while you watch the video of it playing out, I'll go over some stats, some different teams I tried out, and you know, the results, how quickly I can beat the gold farming dungeons in 10 turns, I think it was. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so before I get into the numbers, I need to address the fact that Shin, for whatever reason, never used his debuff card at all. He would prioritize his attack card, or the bot would prioritize the attack card, but the debuff card would never be used. And I think you can even see it in this video here, that he prioritizes, or the bot prioritizes Arthur's single target cards over the debuff card, or like even over merging 2 single target cards here. For whatever reason. And it didn't matter what like team comp I put him on, he would never use it. Ever. At least not with King in the team. Maybe with some other units, I don't know. I haven't tested it out too much, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, so to start off, I used a team of Green Arthur, Kyo, and Chad King, with Death Pierce in the back, and for the 10 clear, so the gold farming dungeon on auto, I got a time of like 15 minutes 30 seconds without the holy relic for Arthur. So, but with the holy relic, I got a time of 16 minutes 16 seconds. So, for whatever reason, I got such bad card draws for those times, and I think that's what that's what separates those 2 times. Like, I redid it afterwards, and I got like a similar time to the 15 minutes 30, so I think I got 15 minutes 25. The difference is negligible. I mean, it's not there with just the Arthur, so The Holy Relic doesn't really make a big difference there. Next I tried changing, like, because I read online that if depending on in what order you have the units, they will prioritize different cards, and I tried that and I got no significant difference. 15 minutes 50 without the relic, and 15 minutes 37 with the relic, by changing king, the position of king from being on the left hand side to the right hand side. So no difference there. I doubt it even matters. So, however, everything changed once I got the Holy Relic Shin. So first I tried running Shin with Arthur and Kyo, and I got a time of 15 minutes 20 seconds, which was just slightly better. I believe like 1%, 1 point whatever, negligible. It didn't really matter. However, once I replaced Kyo with King, I got a time of 13 minutes 42 seconds. So that's when I started to seeing like being able to clear it in 3 turns instead of sometimes 3 turns, sometimes 4 turns. So just being able to clear it in 3 turns, that makes the most difference. However, for whatever reason, for that time, I did not have Death Pierce in the back. I had another unit that didn't even do anything for the team, but once I changed it to Death Pierce, I got a time of 13 minutes 9 seconds. Which, I mean, it's an improvement by like half a minute for a 10 clear run. And I mean, it adds up if you run it for like 5 hours while you do other things. So there's that. So that in and of itself, from without even using Shin to using him, was like a, I think 14.1 to 16.5%. That's the math I got as the clear times, which I mean is significant in the long run. And I got about like 6 million gold per hour running that team. And the team, basically, as you can see in the video, sometimes it attacks three times to kill the mobs, but most of the times it just does it in 2, and then it just 3 turns the whole thing. So 6 attack animations. Hopefully most of them aren't silver, because that, you know, just attacking with bronze attack shaves off like 1 second maybe, because you don't have to sit there and watch the attack animations. But yeah, in terms of farming gold in the gold dungeon, actually getting Shin's Holy Relic was significant. And I even tried replacing Arthur with Kyo, and I got no significant boost. So if you don't have Kyo, try to go for Arthur's Holy Relic. But if you do have Kyo, then just save your mats, give it to someone else. Okay, so next up, because I have the new Dancefloor Liz with a passive for the time limited dungeon, I tried running the time limited Super Awakening coin dungeon with this team, and I pretty much 3-turned it every time. Once I replaced this king for what's it called, the Pretty Meliodas here, once I replaced him with this team, I was able to sometimes even 2-turning it if I got lucky merges for melee. So say I got 3 Shin attack cards at the start and I killed the first pack, and then I got like some nice melee mergers. I could easily do it in 2 turns, but most of all it was just 3 turns. 2 Shin attacks and 1 melee AoE clears the first pack, and then whatever, you can easily do it in two more turns. So I think I got the rundown in like 15 minutes, and that's even like quitting and restarting just to get more coins. So if you don't get the drop, you can just quit and restart and just get some more drops. So Shin Holy Relic, yeah, it's helpful, but even without it, running some different teams, even I think Traitor Melisariel and Green Gopher, I was able to do it in 3 turns, so... and I mean, that's more to do with this Dancefloor lids here. Let's say you don't have any of the other units built up. Everyone doesn't have a Green Gopher, so the Shin here is quite nice to upgrade all of your... what's it called? Cards here with his unique. So yeah, there's that. So actually getting his Holy Relic, I do believe is quite worth it. I will try him out in PvP later, and I will also try out Arthur in PvP. So maybe not this green one, most definitely the red one, and maybe running him with some Amplify units. We'll see. But yeah, that's about it. So tell me what teams you're using to clear the gold farming dungeons and maybe even Super Awakening dungeons. I'd love to hear it, and that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!